In the last video, the RD500 broke down on the road. It ran like shit and clearly wasn't going to get me home. I thought I knew why. I didn't. I had to find out what was really going on. This was the problem. The bike ran, but it never felt right. And for a long time, I was looking in completely the wrong place. So here we are, bike back in the garage. You can see on the number plate here all the oil that's squirting out the back of the exhausts, and it's clearly got an issue. It looks like a carburetor problem at the minute, but we'll get into it and have a good look and see what's causing the problem. It's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Okay, so before we go into trying to diagnose the faults on this bike, I just wanted to give you some context about its history. This bike was a German import. I bought it back in 2017 and restored it, nut and bolt restoration, sank an awful lot of money into it over that period. I then sold it to a collector who had it for about 6 years, and then he sold it to another chap who had it for about 1 year. Obviously, during that time, things get changed, things get updated or messed about with in one way or another, but this bike has only just come back to me in November, and it came with this problem that we've since diagnosed. So let's have a look at what the issue was, and you might be surprised. I'm just going to quickly check the electrical system first, because it seems to be shut down on two pots, the front right and the rear. We'll get everything off and get into it and have a look. Okay, now we've got all the panels off and the tank raised. We'll have a quick gander at what's underneath the bike. You can see the tank's raised up and held on by its wire. Underneath here you've got quick access to both cylinders, the left and the right cylinder. As you can see, that's the thermostat housing there, which I'm just pointing out, and there's the exhaust. They actually cross over behind here. And the right hand cylinder there actually comes out the left hand side, and the left cylinder here that actually comes out on the right hand side of the back of the bike at the top. Yeah, let's start trying to diagnose this problem. I've got some new plugs to put in, so let's see. Yeah, so I bought 4 new spark plugs for it and a few other spares as well. I got some carb kits in case it is the carburetors and I need to replace those. Got here in this bag. I've got one for each carb, 4 sets. But before we do that, let's get these plugs out and have a look, as it could well be them. It's the obvious place to start, and you never know. It could sort it. So yeah, let's get these plugs out. On the rear 2 cylinders here, I found 2 standard BR9HS plugs. One was a little bit wet, the other one was fine. Obviously one of the cylinders is not running right, which was the left-hand cylinder. And then on the front 2 cylinders, I found some iridium plugs, which shouldn't have been there. Anyway, before we get into that, I just want to chat about this. So today's video is kindly sponsored by RDLC Steve. So Steve Scotton, who's produced these manuals for me, parts catalogues for the RD500, and also some manuals for the NS400, RD500, obviously the service manual, and my RG500. These manuals are brilliantly printed. So if you need one, I'll put his details in the description and you can email him directly. Let's get into these plugs then. So refitting these plugs, I was sort of hopeful that might cure the problem. It could have been the issue, or it could well be the issue. 2 iridium plugs in the front cylinders and 2 standard in the back might be the obvious source of the fault. So let's get it fired up and have a look. I'd take that as a win. We'll have a test ride first, because I'm a great believer in, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've changed the plugs. It could have been those issues, those Iridium plugs that I was talking about earlier. The previous owner had put Iridium plugs in, BR9 HIX plugs. It could have been causing the issues. So when I pulled these plugs out, that's when it finally made sense. Iridium plugs aren't bad. They work really well in modern engines, but this isn't a modern engine. Older two-strokes were designed around standard plugs and older ignition systems, and changing the plug changes how the spark behaves. The problem is, you don't always get a clean misfire. The bike still runs, just badly, inconsistently, never quite right. In this case, mixing Iridium and standard plugs meant each cylinder was behaving differently. That's what caused it. The engine was fighting itself. So, there you have it. I thought it was the carbs. It's not. It was the plugs. The bike is running absolutely fine. Won't know until we do a proper test ride. But at the minute, it looks like it was the Iridium spark plugs that were causing the problem. I did mention those earlier. 4 new plugs. Runs absolutely perfect. Starts first kick and revs cleanly. The right hand lower cylinder's still running a little bit cool, but it did warm up a lot better than it has been doing. There was no misfires or anything, so that all looks good. So yeah, still got the carb kits. We can still, if we do a test ride, it's not a problem. We can still do another video of stripping the carbs, which I might do anyway at some point. Yeah, I'll put another video out there of the test ride, and we'll see how it goes. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit subscribe, drop us a comment, and we'll look forward to seeing you for the test ride. Catch you soon.